The alt-righters are not united by a commonly held theory, and there exists nothing even faintly resembling a canonical text defining its meaning. Rather, the alt-right is essentially united in its description of the contemporary world, and in particular the US and the so-called Western world, and the identification and diagnosis of its social pathologies. In fact, it has been correctly noted that the alt-right is far more united by what it is against than what it is for. It is against, and indeed it hates with a passion, the elites in control of the state, the mainstream media and academia. And why? Because the state, the mainstream media, and academia all promote social degeneracy and pathology. Thus, they promote, and the alt-right vigorously opposes, egalitarianism, affirmative action, or non-discrimination laws, multiculturalism, and free mass immigration as a means to bring about this multiculturalism. As well, the alt-right loathes everything smacking of cultural Marxism or Gramsciism, named after Antonio Gramsci, the Italian communist. And they hate all political correctness, and strategically wise, I think, it shrugs off without any apology whatsoever all accusations of being racist, sexist, elitist, supremacist, homophobe, xenophobe, and so on and so on. And the alt-right also laughs off as hopelessly naive the programmatic motto of so-called libertarians such as the Students for Liberty, which I have also termed the Stupids for Liberty. And my young German friend André Lichtschlag has referred to them as the Liberalala libertarians. And their motto of peace, love, and liberty, which Lichtschlag appropriated, translated into German as Friede, Freude, Eierkuchen libertarians. Now, in stark contrast to this, alt-righters insist that life is also about strife, hate, struggle, and fight, not just between individuals, but also among various groups of people acting in concert. Millennial Vos, pen name, a guy whose actual name is Colin Robertson, has thus, I think, aptly summarized the alt-right, and I quote, "Equality is bullshit, hierarchy is essential, the races are different, the sexes are different, morality matters, and degeneracy is real. All cultures are not equal, and we are not obligated to think that they are. Man is a fallen creature, and there is more to life than hollow materialism. Finally, the white race matters, and civilization is precious. This is the alt-right." End of quote. Now, absent any unifying theory, however, there is far less agreement among the alt-right about the goal that it ultimately wants to achieve. Many of its leading lights have distinctly libertarian leanings, most notably those that have come here, which of course was the reason for having them invited in the first place, even if they were not 100%ers. And all alt-righters that have appeared here, for instance, have been familiar with Rothbard and his work, all the while the most recent presidential candidate of the Libertarian Party in the United States had never even heard of Rothbard's name. And all of them, those that I had here, to the best of my knowledge, were outspoken supporters of Ron Paul during his primary campaign for the Republican Party's nomination as presidential candidate. All of them. All the while, many self-proclaimed libertarians attacked and tried to vilify Ron Paul for his supposedly, and you know already what is coming, racist views.